We're two sisters with 10 adult kids between us, and we thought parenting would get easier once the kids grew up. We were wrong.
From navigating careers, relationships, and moving back in, adult kids bring a whole new set of parenting challenges.
Join us as we share real stories,
Lessons learned.
and plenty of laughs.
Because parenting doesn't end, it just changes.
These can't be my kids,
But they are.
Don't forget to follow,
Like,
comment,
share.
subscribe,
You can find us on YouTube,
Apple,
Spotify.
and everywhere you want to be.
Welcome back to These Can't Be My Kids, the podcast where we talk about parenting, adult children, and all the joys, headaches, and what in the world moments that come with it. I'm Leila.
And I'm Karen. And today, as usual, we got one of those episodes for y'all. And today's episode is about a topic every parent faces at some point. It's about our grown kids and their dating choices.
Yes, Lord, because sometimes we see those red flags and our kids, they just smiling like they done won the lottery or whatever it is that they think is happening in their lives.
Yeah, and today we're talking about spotting relationship red flags. What we notice, how we respond, and when we just have to just sit back and just let life teach them.
Situationships, relationships, whatever they want to call them. Because for 1 minute, I had a daughter who said they wasn't in a relationship for like a whole year. But
was it a year? I think it was 2.
It could have been, girl. Listen, it was a long time. But neither here nor there. Today, Karen's going to start off. Today, you're going to get stories from both of us. But Karen's going to start off with her story about her oldest daughter's new man.
If that's what you want to call it.
I mean, he's new for how long?
You know what? To be honest, I really don't know.
Okay.
Because to me, in my mind, I'm thinking it's been some months. The way these kids be hot and stuff, it may be a little bit longer. But I just recently started paying attention because definitely since August, because her birthday is in August.
Okay.
And so, every once in a blue moon, I'll call, check up. Hey, how's everything going with this person in this relationship? And she'd be like, oh, good, fine. So anyway, her birthday came up. So I'm like, so what you get for your birthday?
And?
She didn't get nothing.
She didn't get nothing?
She didn't get nothing. She didn't get no flowers. She didn't get
nothing.
A card.
Okay.
Nothing, right?
Okay.
So then she says, oh, but we going out to dinner.
Oh, good. That's something. So
Yeah.
she got something and she got a date out.
2 weeks after her birthday. Let's start there.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Because we kept asking when you going to dinner. And apparently.
So what was going on? Like, why 2 weeks? Do he work out of state? Do they live in the same area?
I don't understand his whole working situation, but apparently, yeah, he does have a job. He work a lot. I don't
Okay.
know. Don't understand the whole working situation. But not only do she not get a gift, but now we talking 2 weeks of not having no going to dinner.
Okay.
And then when she finally tells me they go to dinner, I said, oh, that's cool. Where y'all go?
Girl. Go ahead.
She told me Chili's.
Chili's. Like the 2 for $25 Chili's?
Yes.
Like,
I think that's Applebee's. I think Chili's got another special.
Okay,
but, yes,
but it's close enough.
they went to Chili's. Right?
So was that the only thing he did?
She still ain't getting no gift.
Okay. I mean, but is that a red flag?
Listen.
Okay, let's keep going.
First of all, let me tell you why it's a red flag. Because there was no intent. When y'all met, you knew when her birthday was. Y'all had conversations. You knew her birthday was coming up. There was no intent. You didn't even intentionally go. You could have went to the Dollar Tree. I'm quite sure he passed the Dollar Tree quite a few times. He could have brought 2 cards for the price of 1 and gave her a card.
With
Okay?
with a little teddy bear from the dollar store.
Something.
You know they sell them.
Just intention. But moving forward, right?
Okay.
We're going to ignore that.
All right.
Moving forward.
But was she happy with the dinner? Okay.
Because for her, I think it's just about company.
Got it.
All right. So then we move forward, and I'm talking to her. So one of the things that we don't do in the family is, if you're in a relationship, don't ask me for no money because you have a boyfriend. So don't call me asking me for no money and you have a boyfriend.
Yeah, I remember we talked about that in a few episodes ago.
Yeah, So that's number one. So then we having a conversation, and we doing my checkup. So how's things going in this relationship? Did you ever get your makeup dinner? Did you ever get a gift? And then she starts to tell me about all this extra drama that he got going on. She like, yo, too many things be going on with him. He got, every time you turn around, something going on. She even had to ask him, what bad juju you undone in life that is coming back on you, right? He got some tickets, his car got towed or broken into, something, right? It was just like, she was like, every time you turn around, it's something. And I was like, he got all this drama. He's not ready for a relationship.
I mean, I don't know, right? So it's like,
go ahead, therapize the situation.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, is it that he's not ready to be in a relationship? Is it that he's not the right fit for her? Is he not the right fit for her family?
All of the
Something in
above.
my eyes,
See,
though. I'm sorry. I
all
have
of
to
the
keep
above.
doing this. But is it really just like, I mean, maybe it's just not the right relationship for her long term, but it's like right for her.
And how do we know it's not the right relationship long term? Because of the red flags that she seems to keep ignoring. You know, Michaela with her mouth. Michaela was like, "Are you colorblind?" It's like, you're missing? Like, listen, she is beautiful. She is beautiful. She has an amazing heart, and she deserves to be treated as such. And I think that she allows she ignores these red flags for her own issues. Got it. We gonna work on her own issues, right? Because you are important, and you treat people how to treat you. You treating this man that it's okay to take you to Chili's on your birthday that you knew was coming.
Here's the thing. Like, I'm not a big Chili's fan. However,
It's a special occasion.
If that's what he can afford, that's what he can afford. So we have to be mindful, right? Neither here nor there. I do hear some issues. I hear some red flags. I hear some things, some inconsistencies and stuff, So, I mean, I guess it is what it is. But, we'll see. We'll see where it goes. It's only been a few months.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to tell her, girl, you better pay attention to these red flags. But she's not going to pay attention to me. You know what's going to happen? Next year, we're going to be having the same conversation. That's what's going to happen. We're going to have the same conversation. And if it's not with him, it's going to be with somebody else, because she be missing the red flags. She might be a little colorblind.
I mean, I do see there's some things happening. I mean, she's asking y'all for money. I mean, are they like dating for real? Like, they call each other boyfriend, girlfriend? Or are they just like, are they dating? Like, are they just getting to know each other?
They're dating.
So they are a couple.
Yeah, they're a couple.
Okay. She calls him her man.
Yeah. But you know what? I will say this because she was proud of this. So I will say this. He did pay her electric bill.
Oh, okay. So he's doing something.
But as a mother, I'm like, he should have paid the electric bill because he come over there and use the electricity too.
I can't with Karen, y'all. I can't.
Like, yeah, okay.
I can't.
Sure.
All right. Well, I don't know. I mean, I think there's some definite red flags in that situation.
I just want her to, as parents, we just want our children to be with somebody that is going to treat them in a manner that they deserve.
Yeah.
And I just think that she doesn't.
She's just not getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
maybe it's not a red flag. Maybe it's a yellow flag.
Maybe it's just that we don't like it. Because, when I tell my story, I don't know if these are red flags. I mean, they were red flags for me. But maybe they not red flags to the average person. That's what I'm saying. Like what you're saying, could they be red flags? Yes. But maybe not to everybody. Maybe some people see it as things that are just like normal in relationships.
And let me clarify this real quick, because you're right? I'm not saying that Chili's was a problem, right?
Mhm.
On any given day, Chili's is good. Let's
Right.
go to Chili's.
Right.
My issue with it is that it's her special day.
And he didn't plan in advance.
He didn't plan
He
in
waited
advance.
2 weeks before he even did it. Like I said, there's a lot of other things.
Maybe
100%.
he could have afford, but all I'm
Yeah.
saying is Chili's, that's cool, but I just think that he should have put a little bit more effort in for her on her special day. So, because I know people gonna come for me, talk about some Chili's. That's what's wrong with women.
I like
today.
Chili's. Yeah.
Y'all always want all these expensive dinners. It didn't have to be mad expensive, but it just had to be some intentional thought behind it.
I get it. Yeah. All right.
That's all.
Look at her. She's finished, y'all. She said,
I'm
mic drop. Okay.
because it's making me upset all over again. It's just making me upset all over again.
Okay.
Because some days you just be wanting to choke these kids. Be like, no.
Yeah. Well, I know for mine, I definitely be like, girl, I don't know how you missed all of this, because it's I don't know, it was red flag from the door. She started dating somebody who was sleeping on her couch, that by itself, because they ain't had no place to live. So let's start there.
He didn't have no place to
He
live?
didn't have no place to live, and he didn't have a job, so he was sleeping on her couch. And I'm like, that's number one, right? Didn't even seem to have much motivation to get off the couch. I mean, I guess maybe off the couch and into her bedroom, but that's a whole different story. different story. But
it's only a couple steps.
Different story. Yes. And then he out loud actually admitted that he was lazy, like said those words.
But isn't that a good thing? He know who he is.
I mean, I don't know. The bare minimum of life is being lazy. Like, he was like, I'm just going to do the bare minimum. Like, you can't never expect nothing else.
I say he came up and told you who he was.
I mean,
somebody tell you who they are, believe it.
I guess so. And that's probably true. But that's a flag for me, right? Because to your point, I want my daughter to have somebody who gonna do something for her and not have her do everything and just be living in the bare minimum mind state forever. Like, her car broke down and she brought her car over here so that her father and her brother could work on it. And we was like, don't you have a man?
Exactly.
And like, he don't know cars. He don't know nothing. Like, he know how to drive them. He know how to use it and drop off at work and pick up and all this other stuff, because he ain't have one for a little bit. And then it's like,
wait, he ain't had no place to live.
Correct.
He had no job. And he ain't had no car.
Correct.
But he knew who he was. That he was lazy.
Yes, that he was lazy.
And he understood why he didn't have any of this.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm just happy that she got other resources in her life. She got her father, she got her brother, she got other people that could help her. And her father taught her how to do certain things on her car. So now she knows what she's doing. So for me, red flag, sleeping on the couch, no ambition, can't help you out in a crisis. Like, I don't know. But, here she is going, oh, but he has potential. I'm not sure where the potential is, because he admittedly said he was lazy.
The potential to go from the couch to the bed.
I guess. I'm like, potential to what? So I don't know, like, in her mind, she building him up like he's a fixer-upper. And, what we see as parents is like, that's probably not going to change. He's going to have the same attitude, same habits, and that's just what it is, Wishful thinking on her part, but it's like, unfortunately, nah, the flags were there from the door. Couch, job, car, no motivation. Like,
so they're still together.
They are still together.
And it's been how long?
I think 2 years.
Your kids got to think with them 2-year mark.
Listen, I think 2 years.
So, okay, so 2 years. And do you still see these same behaviors in him?
I do, but, obviously I don't live there, right? So, again, I'm looking from the view from outside and from what I see. Now, maybe there's something else going on. Maybe there's lots of great and wonderful things happening in their lives that we just don't see. And that's possibility. So maybe that potential panned out. But, I'm sitting here going, I just don't know. Like, to me, the red flags started from the door, and the red flags is still waving every time I turn around. But, we can't pick and choose. So,
too, I think that, one, potential, we learned a long time ago, potential is that's not potential. Is wishful thinking, right?
True.
And then I think too is that we don't really understand the purpose of a relationship, right?
We meaning
People in general, right?
Okay.
People in general,
Okay.
right? But then your kids had a model because they have their mother and their father. So
Mm-hmm.
when I think about a relationship, it's not just about feeling good, whether that's, feeling good. It's about building something and us being better together than we were apart.
Mm.
And when I look at my children and who they have chose to partner with, and months and years go by, and you're still not better together, you in the same position when y'all was apart, then what is the purpose for this?
Yeah.
And then if that's the case, then there's so many red flags that have been said. And it's just like, and it's not to be judgmental because we've been there.
I get it. Yeah, and you're right. And our kids may look at, like you say, they had a model. They might look at my relationship and be like, there's red flags all over my relationship. That might be what they think about me. I don't know that they see my relationship as a model of what to be, right? Well, one of them, because she did put relationship goals on her social media one day and pictured me. So, but
I think she was talking about something totally different.
But, they may, like, I was out to dinner with friends last night and we kind of were just talking about, I don't know, one of the comments came up was like, you marry your mother, and the guy said that he's never heard people say like that women marry their fathers. They heard that men marry their mothers, but you don't really hear people say that women marry their fathers. And so ultimately, like, we kind of got into this conversation, but one of them had said, like, when she looked for her spouse, she looked for the complete opposite of what her father was because of what she saw in her parents' relationship. And so, we see things as red flags based on what we know as a relationship, but is our kids looking at us going that those are red flags? And so they trying to do completely opposite of what they see us doing in relationship.
Well, if that's the case, because I can say that. So I can say that my kids looked at my dating life and all the things, and they can say, Mommy missed all of these red flags, and we're going to do the opposite, right? But opposite day must be the same day because it looks like the same. So are they really doing opposite, right? And that's why I said, I'm not, I'm not trying to be judgmental, right? When I look at my oldest daughter, right? I'm not trying to be judgmental because I've been there, right? I've been where she is. And you want that companionship. And so you get into a place, like, I guess they still listening to Betty Wright.
Girl, say it again.
Right?
What she say? A piece of a man
is better than having no man at all. So she gonna stick and work with it.
Yes.
So, and Betty Wright wasn't, that ain't, that was
That's
back.
really, and that's what some people's mindset is. It's better to have a piece of a man than no man at all. And I get it. They are looking for companionship. But the reality is when you settle for less, then it leave you with pieces of yourself missing too, because now you're adapting yourself to be less than. Like, you're giving up self-respect, your standards, and all these different things. So when we're looking at it from a parent perspective, right, we want what's best for our kids. We don't want them to just kind of have somebody just for the sake of having somebody. Right.
Exactly. And that's where it's just like, yeah. And then when you just look at everything that is going on, it's just like, yo, do you not see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do we not? Are
we saying something different? All right, let's look at our red flags that we talked about today. Let's kind of name a few of them to see if they really ring red flag, right? Because, we see them, but let's kind of review them, right? Okay. So what's the first one that we see today? Well, I know one for me and my daughter that I didn't really mention in the story, but like disrespectful communication, right? Name calling, put downs, things like that. Like, you see that in that relationship. To me, red flag, because you should never be putting down that person in your life. You should always be lifting them up. So for me, that's a red flag. Then what else you got?
Lack of effort.
Okay.
because I keep going back to this whole birthday thing. It was a lack of effort.
Like he didn't, like I said, like he didn't plan. He knew it was coming. He was aware. I mean, but he had just started dating her, so maybe.
Oh, they was having. Let me tell you something about my daughter. She gonna tell everybody in the world that her birthday is coming up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She like a destiny.
So he didn't. He couldn't forget it.
Yeah, you couldn't forget it. And even when she asked about it, it was still no effort. Even when she said something, you would have thought, oh, you know what?
And then it was 2 weeks later for Chili's. I got it.
He could have ran out that moment and got friggin' some Kroger flowers in a card, just something,
anything,
some sort of effort. So that lack of effort, especially on special days, that's not absent-minded. That's priority talking. That means I'm not some sort of priority.
Right. Okay, constant drama. Because this one, you said he got stolen cars, break-ins, tickets, job loss, like all kinds of chaos happening in his world.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then what happens when you have so much drama? It's the same thing with us, right?
No peace.
It's no peace. And it's so crazy because I've been reading the Bible with my with Nazir.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that it always talks about is don't be involved with a woman that is like dripping water. Meaning that wherever you see drips, there's a problem, there's a leak, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if it does, it robs you of your peace, it robs you of your joy, and it's annoying.
Yeah,
it is the same thing.
It's robbing me of my peace.
Right. It's the same thing for that. It's just like you got all this drama going on now. My peace is at risk and it's at a price.
Okay. What else? What other red flags?
Financial red flags.
Like sleeping on the couch. I mean, I'm sorry, not having a job.
Yes.
Sorry.
And not having a car.
Yeah. Not having any of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she, thankful, like you said.
I see that one as lack of ambition too.
Oh yeah, that's definite.
That's another one. Cause to me, it's like you just that is a red flag to me. You don't ever want to be involved in a relationship with somebody who has a lack of ambition. Like they just don't have any goals. They okay with just nothing. The basics. So to me, that sounds like you might be living on the street because they don't care. They don't have no ambition to do anything. So they don't care if they have a house or don't have a house. They don't care if they have a car or don't have a car.
But what if it's that he only has ambition when his back is against the wall?
That's a red flag too.
Yeah, it is.
I want somebody, they need to be hustling together.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the hustle together. So I look at my relationship and there's times where I worked or my husband worked. Like we had to do this together. Sometimes I carried the load, sometimes he carried the load. I'm not saying that as a female or anything that he has to carry the load all the time. Don't get it twisted. What I'm saying is that we have to make this hustle together. And that's why I also said, maybe I don't see all that. Maybe it's something I'm missing in the visual. Maybe what I see looks like it's always her. And I mean, he admittedly said he was lazy. Yeah. So I mean, I could assume that he's doing something different, but why?
So, and I don't think even if you could assume, right, that something has happened differently, the outward appearance says it's not, because how much different is he doing anything when she still has to come here and get her car fixed?
Girl.
Or there's no, even if he don't know nothing about a car, you could take the car somewhere.
That's what I'm saying. Just take the ownership.
Or what about?
Take the ownership. They was trying to look for a place to move, and Donald put them in touch with a realtor. And in my life, Donald deals with that stuff, right? Of course, I'm going to look at the house. I'm going to see it. I'm going to like it and all that other stuff. But the primary piece of it, he's the one who's talking about where it's going to be, when it's going to be, how it's going to be, all that, the size,
the financial
all that. And so he puts them in touch, and then come to find out who's leading the charge. And it's her. And it's well, why he not dealing with that? What is he doing?
Exactly.
What is he doing? I get he go to work every day. Okay,
so
great.
Does she.
But so does she. Every time I talk to her, she cooking dinner. It's all these things. And it's what is he doing? Is he just sitting on the couch playing video games? I don't know. I don't know. That's a flag for me, though. But, again, that's my flag. So, but I don't know. The question is, what do we do? I don't know. How do we what do we do as parents, right? Because here we are. Of course, it's an episode for this podcast because it's a topic, it's something that comes up in our life as parenting our adult children, and we're sure that we're not the only ones. But what do we do as parents when we see this?
That's the hard part, because if you say too much, then they tune you out, or they come to this place where they really be like, I don't want to hear it, right? Or if you say nothing, then you worry about what is
What's
happening,
happening in their
right?
lives.
And even when I could say it all day long, you got a man, what you calling me, asking me for money for? But if she called me and she needed,
You're not gonna not help.
I'm not gonna help,
Right.
because as
Especially
you said,
depending on what it is, right?
yeah, especially like what you said, you are happy that she has resources. Thank God that I'm in a position to be a resource to my daughter if she needs something. You know what I'm saying? But I am gonna give her the speech. Oh, she gonna hear my mouth. She gonna, girl, you better pick something else. So I don't know what you do, because I've done both. I sat around and didn't say anything. And how did that turn out? I had a crash out with my next oldest daughter, who then turned around and talked about something. She was getting married.
Yeah, that's a different episode.
That's a whole different
episode.
But I had a whole crash out because I saw the red flags.
I mean, I think some of the things, and I think as parents, we know, like, the more we tell them, the more they go the opposite way. It's like that from when they were kids. So, what about asking questions instead of letting them, like, instead of that they gonna hear my mouth, asking questions like, how
are you still lazy?
not to them, to your kids, not to that other person.
Is he still lazy? Let's rephrase that.
No, but like asking them, like, how do they feel about themselves in that relationship, right?
Oh,
that's a good question. Like, you think about anytime you've been in
I'll tell y'all, she was gonna therapize this situation.
Anytime you've been in a relationship yourself, right? It's about how you feel in that relationship, how you feel with that person, not whether or not you love them, not whether or not you like them, but how do you feel about yourself? Are you giving away pieces of yourself to be in this? Are you changing the way you are to be in this situation? Like, you really have to look at yourself. I mean, it's not easy to do that, but I think it's key to really understanding if the relationship is really good for you or not. Because if you don't feel good about you because of that relationship, then you automatically are saying, hey, this might not be the great place for me. So
I think too is that we also need to be a safe space, right? We have to be that safe space, because they already feel like, oh, I don't want to go to mom and tell her this because I got to hear this or that. But to just be like, you know what? This is a safe space. You can come and talk to me and tell me what's happening or how you feel about yourself in this situation, and have those moments, because to be honest, that's how domestic violence keeps surviving, because they feel like they don't have a safe space, because people are always saying what you should and shouldn't do. So I think us just sitting back and just learning how to just, again, be that safe space for them.
Yeah. I mean, and even when you don't say something, I just want to say that, because, like, it's so difficult. I went to this course about domestic violence at this local place here that does support women in violent situations. And one of the things they said is, like, all saying to somebody you need to leave is never going to be the reason that they leave, right? They have to come to terms with it themselves and realize, right? But you do have to have that safe space to fall back on as well. So that's definitely, it's a tough one. But sometimes, staying silent is also something that you have to do, because if you want to be that safe space for them, you can't always give them that lecture. You can't always give them, guidance. Sometimes you just have to listen. I will sometimes share my perspective. Like, for me, with my girls, I try to go, well, this is what it looks like to me. That's all I could tell you what I see. Now, if it's something different, share with me that it's different. If you don't want to share with me that it's different, that's fine too. But I just want you to know where I'm coming from and how I feel and what my perspective of the situation is. So I think it's just a balance and really navigating that situation so that they know that I'm always going to be here for them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't think that it's a positive situation or a productive situation for them to be in. So,
Yeah, because you don't have to. I mean, just because we can agree to disagree.
correct, all the time.
But
Yeah.
you know what? This was good. But let's wrap this up with some lessons, because I think we always do the podcast and we never
We don't.
we don't
We
get
don't never. I don't like when people say words like never and always, y'all. So let me go ahead. We don't always actually give some takeaways, but
Yes.
certain ones, like I know for Karen's heart episode, we gave a takeaway for people to check their heart health. And so this is a serious one because some red flags are serious. Like Karen mentioned the domestic violence one. I mean, some of the ones we're talking about are humorous, but they are all very serious. And so,
the disrespectful communication.
right.
Leads,
All
that's an
those,
open doorway.
all of that. Like
Yeah.
some of these are super. So just keep in mind, red flags are not red flags are patterns. They're not mistakes. If it keeps happening, then it's a warning. Like don't wait, right? Don't say, "Oh, it's just this once," because it will generally continue, and that's when you need to know, like, this isn't just a one-time deal or it's two-time deal or
Yeah.
three times. It's like now we're talking about a pattern. They have shown their behavior, and when people show you who they are, believe them. Like, don't wait, because that's the truth. So,
Yeah. And number 2 is that as much as we want to, we cannot pick our children's
Girl,
partner.
I
Because
want
if
to.
I could, every last one of my kids, we probably should go. We probably should go back to the days when they.
Remember they used to do like
Yes.
yes, what they call it, arranged marriages.
Yes, I think sometimes we need to
Arranged
go back
marriages
to that.
are what's
for
up.
Real.
Yes.
But no, for real. Number 2, we're not in the stage of arranged marriages anymore. And we can't pick our children's partners. But the best we can do is to model what healthy love looks like, not just in a relationship, but also within yourself.
Oh,
Because like you
100%.
said,
Yes.
how do you feel in that relationship?
Yes.
If you can work on how you feel in a
Loving
healthy
yourself
love,
more than you
yes,
loving that other person.
it'll definitely work it out.
Yeah.
And it won't definitely work it out, but
But
it's
it will
helpful.
help. Yeah. Number 3, of course, we're going to say, I know I love Betty Wright and I love the song, y'all. I do. It's my girl, but we don't never want to settle for a piece of a person, right? Because that's just not enough. You are a whole person. And so make sure that they know that wholeness is worth waiting for. Like you don't have to have a piece of something just to have something. You are whole, you are enough, and that right person is going to come and be there for you.
It's funny. It's not funny, but Betty Wright is passed away and gone.
Girl,
and we still talking about that one line in the song.
That song was what she told you. Listen, Betty had a whole lot of one-liners because that's just the one. But when she said, she said, that's my man, her and that other song Betty did with I can't think of the other artist's name, but she said, I just want you to know from the top of his head to the bottom of my feet, everything I paid for. Like, girl, I'd be like, go ahead, girl, tell him. So
that's just terrible.
I know.
That's just so terrible. The stuff our parents listen to. That is crazy. But seriously, number 4, and this is the part of these can't be our kids, right? Because it's not our job to eliminate their pain. And that is the hardest lesson for me.
Yes, it is.
Because I always want to jump in, and I see the pain come before they do. I want to jump in and eliminate for them. But I'm starting to realize that is not my job. My job is to prepare them to handle it, because life is not life without some sort of pain. And it's my job as their parent to be able to help them navigate through that and to handle it, not eliminate it. And that's the
hard part.
I am learning. That is why my heart was the way it was. It's getting better.
It's getting better. In case y'all didn't see, we did a heart walk.
Yeah.
Hopefully y'all saw those pictures on our post. Sorry we missed last week's episode because I was under the weather and I just couldn't get this recording done. And we haven't really come to a place yet where I allow Karen to tape without me. So maybe soon. I see a lot of podcasters do that. Like when the other person is going, they'll do it. But no, we like this. This is the vibe of our podcast. So it'll always be us together, and maybe guests sometimes in the future.
And y'all saw what I said. We can't do this podcast without.
Yeah,
we need some therapy.
Yeah.
How can you do the podcast without therapy?
Yeah. So, but yeah, sorry about that. But if you've got a red flag story, we want to hear it. So DM us or drop it in the comment. Let us know.
Yes, and if you need a quick checklist to spot patterns, check our show notes. We will post today's list there. Do you know what to think about it?
Mm-hmm.
I remember my first couple of therapy sessions. My therapist sent me a red flags wheel.
Oh,
she sure did.
So we can post that.
Yeah,
we can share that.
Can share that. The red flag wheel. That was interesting.
That's actually good. I like that it's a wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll have to look at that one for sure. But yeah, so maybe the list won't just be our list, but it'll be a full list of red flags, which is even better.
Yes.
And until next time,
I'm Karen.
And I'm Leila. And of course, y'all know these can't be my kids, but they are.
Remember, you can find us everywhere you can get your podcast. Remember to subscribe,
like,
share,
and comment. We want the engagement.
That's right.
That's right. And we will see y'all next time. Well, probably on Thursday first, then next week. So don't forget to tune in for Thursday's episode of It's the Audacity for Me.
This is why we need her, because, this is why I can't do it alone.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.